Now, the Reform UK leader praised billionaire Musk as a hero of free speech at a right-wing conference in America last night.
Here's Nigel doing just that.
If you remember 2020, in November, you couldn't say anything about the conduct of the election in this country. You then couldn't say anything about vaccines or about lockdowns without social media closing you down. And then along came the hero of free speech, Elon Musk.
We're going to hear from Tim Montgomerie, the founder of Conservative Home, who jumped ship to reform. I find Tim an odd character because at least his answers seem more heartfelt than calculated. So how will he answer this question? Let's see if he applies some denial or deflection to his reply.
Tim, was he right to do so?
Well, hero probably wouldn't be the word I would use.
What word would you use?
Well, look, what Marvin has quite rightly just talked about, his exercise of freedom to leave Twitter, X, where I think we call it now, to somewhere that is more pleasant. And I get that. Some of the abuse on Twitter is extraordinary, and particularly towards women, I think. It's out of control at times. And I don't see the worst of it, but I know it's there. And it has got worse since Musk bought the company. But at the same time, and I think it's a big but, if you want to find out something now about anything, you can find it on Twitter.
But do you know you're getting factual information?
Well,
because
I think,
of all the big social media platforms, Twitter is the worst for disinformation.
It absolutely is, and it is the best and the worst of humanity. And I can completely understand why some people want to walk away from it. But during, the pandemic, something that Nigel Farage referred to, there was real censorship taking place about things like the vaccine. First of all, it was said that it would stop contagion between people. That was not true.
Yep, he's going to go down the free speech pathway. And it appears that he believes in trying to correct people, it will only lead to more disinformation. Oh dear. No, better education is the best approach for that.
There was a censorship about things that we should have been trusted to make our own decisions about. And yes, you're right, there is a lot of rubbish on Twitter and there is disinformation, but shouldn't we eventually start to treat our citizens as adults? Let them decide what they want to believe. And I think we're too much in the business of trying to control the information that people get. And the danger with that is when people think they're being controlled, they won't just sit there and say, OK, fine. They'll actually go to the worst places where there's conspiracies and others and believe that. So I think it's better that we don't censor, even though that is risky.
Isn't that Twitter the place where there's conspiracy theories?
Twitter isn't just where bad people are, though. It's mixed up with people who are making more sensible judgments as well. And we should be together, not separate.
Click here to enter the portal of stupidity.